Hi, thanks so much for joining me. I just want to share with you something I'm super excited about. That's this energy station that I have made up. I would say constructed, but I haven't attached anything permanently to each other. And I'm thinking I may not, but I have some more ideas for making this slightly different than what it is. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and the subscribe button to show a little channel love. Now, the reason I did this is I love moving the energy, and I was trying to figure out how could I move energy on a larger scale, but more concentrated. So this is really an experiment that I started, and I want to share it with you because it has been working rather well. Just know you are in on the ground level of this experiment, which means I've only been at this for several weeks now. I haven't really done this for any length of time. First of all, I love when I do a lot of, when I make my metaphysical jewelry, I use copper wiring. I have some other wires that I can use, but for many of the pieces, I love using the copper wire because energy moves really nicely through copper. And that's why there's so much copper wiring in like our AC units, electronics, running through our homes. Now this is tubing. That's what this is. It's tubing, and I have stabilized it on 4 sides with some copper wiring. And you can get this copper wiring for jewelry making, comes in several different gauge or thicknesses. I'm using this one that's uncoated. I have some that's coated. This is uncoated, but this is copper tubing. See there. I don't know how much this would have cost regularly, but I grabbed this from one of the secondhand stores, and that's why I love poking my head into different secondhand stores, because you can find things like this. I paid less than $2 for this piece of wiring. Now I can expand this and make it larger. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but as you can see, there's several rounds on here, so I can make this larger or smaller, but for now I'm going to use it with this. So I have it secured so that it won't unravel, and it'll stay perfectly fitted on this tile. It just overhangs the tile just slightly on each edge, which is perfect for what I want. I'm going to set this aside. It comes like this, excuse me, it comes like this. And so I didn't really need to do anything as far as making it smaller or shaping it, because it comes coiled like this in a package. So I'm going to set this aside this time for sure. This is a piece of tile, and you can pick these up. There's different types of tile. I'm wondering what this would be like if I had a real marble slab. I have a marble slab that I use outside. And so I'm talking to you now. This may work really nicely. I love using things that are from nature. The manifestation plates that I demoed for you in a video are made from canvas panels, because you're able to paint on those and put them to whatever color that you would like. However, this is slightly different. This is a tile, and this is, they use this floor tile for different things, wall tile, but this is clay. See that red color on there? It's not showing up so well on the camera, but this is like a clay, and I love the clay because, like the clay pots, they kind of show you they hold up to a lot of water, but it really, this is clay that has been formed, shaped, formed, and baked. So this side is still raw, and it has these little raised ridges. It's just like any other piece of pottery. It was baked in an oven, and then it was glazed to waterproof this side of it, so it'll hold up. It'll hold up to a little weight and some bangs. So if I sit something on here that has a little weight, it'll be okay. The reason I chose the black is because black paint, black color, is a collection of all things, and it tends to suck in the viewer, the eye, it sucks the energy into it. And that's why I use the black. I didn't want to use the white. White light has all of the colors in it, as we see in the rainbow. But the black color itself, to get this color, they had to mix colors, different color paints into this. And it's usually a combination of all paints of varying degrees. So I want to pull energy into this space right here. So we use, in our metaphysical work, we use as many things as we can to help us so that we're not having to do too much or overtax ourselves, and so that we can get the results that we're looking for in a short amount of time. So I want to draw energy into this space right here, into this space right here. So whatever I put on this plate, I want it to receive the energies that are coming into it. And in doing so, it'll energize the object a little differently and a little better. I'm doing it a little differently than what I normally do it. Then I added this to it. This moves energy. Copper wiring moves energy. So I want to pull the energy in here to this space and direct it to whatever I place on here. And I also want the energy to move and circulate around the object and in throughout the object. That's why I'm using the combination of these two. So right now, this is sitting on top, but I'm going to use the some copper wiring to give me a different combination of the plates, sort of like a wire wrapping. That's what I will be doing in order to use it on these plates, which is, when I say I'm so excited, I really am. Once I assembled this and got it like I wanted it, place it on here so that these two items work together. Now I can get another tile like this, but this tile is to work with this item. And I combined them, sanctified them, dedicated them for that purpose. And so that's how I use them. I won't use one without the other. I'll use these together. The way that this is coiled, I can use this. Right now, this is moving in a counterclockwise direction. I am able to flip this over so that it will move in a clockwise direction. Either or, and it will depend on the object that's in here and what's going on. So what happened is I used this and energized a candle. I lit the candle while it was on the plate. And what happened was the candle was burning, but the outside rim edges, maybe a quarter of an inch, was not burning on the candle, so I took it off. Then the flame on the candle went down extremely low, like it was about to go out. So what I did was I placed it back on this plate to see if it would continue to burn, and it continued to burn, but very low. So when that happened, I flipped this over, and then it started burning normally. All the edges around the outside and the inside of the candle went to burning fine. But I did not intend to use this on the altar itself. I only intend to use this to energize my objects. Let's say this, for instance, I want to energize this object. I will place it in here. Then I will start the energy flowing. And if you're not used to doing a lot of Reiki work and you just want to start the energy flowing and give it a try, just clap your hand together, rub them. You'll feel the heat building. I do that 3 times. And third, feel the heat. Focus your mind on your 2 hands, the palms of your hands, and the energy there. Focus only on that area. Once you do that, now start pulling your hands apart. you should be able to feel the energy moving. Pull your hands apart, set them down on the surface, and allow the energy to move and circulate. The energy can go back and forth between your two hands. That's where it's going, back and forth between your two hands. Then you intentionally, or with intent, move the energy around this object from hand to hand. So here, I moved it from here up and around the top to my left hand, and the left hand will keep the energy going back to work from the bottom around to this hand. And so the energy is moving back and forth, back and forth. It's going around and around and around. And then as it's moving around, I can now bring it up as high as I want to. The energy is still going around, creating a wall around. See the wall being created? I'm just moving my hands back and forth. The energy is still moving in a counterclockwise position or manner. It's continuing to move. Now I want it to connect with the plate, going under the object, through the plate, around and around and around. It continues to go around. And if you want, you can come up again, bring it down, let it form a nice thick wall around the object. And then you can break off your hands off the energy and let it continue. Let it fully envelop the object that is there. And once you sense that that object is fully energized, now you can come and remove the object from within. Just come right in and remove the object. And now it's ready to use. This object has been energized and it's ready to use. And with everything, you can ask ascended masters, angels, divine spirit to come in and assist you. Anyone that you normally get to help you do work, any type of metaphysical work, you can invite them in to come in and assist you. And once you're done, thank them. All right, so that's an energy station. And I'm having quite a bit of success with this energy station. I can't wait to use it on a couple more objects to see how they work or how the objects work. It just seems like it will infuse a bit more energy in it, because what I'm doing is I'm actually infusing energy into objects I don't generally infuse energy into. I normally just place intent on them, dedicate them, or sanctify them for a specific work. But what I'm going to do now is combine the energy work by infusing energy with them to boost them and to make the project more successful, I guess. All right, so again, it's an experiment. We'll see what happens. So thanks for joining me, and you're in on the ground floor of my energy station. Until next time.